Hello, welcome to the Drunk Ramen Storytime podcast. The only podcast where two dudes who like to floss for some weird ass reason. You better floss right now, man.
Shut up!
Floss right now.
Absolutely not.
Welcome to the Drunk Ramen Storytime podcast. The only podcast where two dudes and one guy who doesn't know how to floss makes a podcast.
No. Just no. Stop.
We
stop.
are now on camera, so now you can see our beautiful faces. We now have a new podcast intro, so when we say cue the intro should cue right about. Okay, so how's your day, man?
Pretty good so far.
Yeah.
I mean, just woke up and realized that you didn't wake up on time.
I'm sorry, I did not wake up on time. Yes, I'm actually was a bit nervous to be on camera for the first time.
You're fine.
Since we did those sketches, I seriously don't like looking at myself on camera anymore.
Yeah, the cringe.
Actually, when I took out my tripod, I just had a Vietnam flashback of all the cringy sketches we did. And I'm like, oh man, I did not want to take it. I'm like, you know what, we gotta do it anyway. Because the marketing guy, actually want to explain that story?
Yeah, so one of the guys that comes in all the time, if you're listening, by the way, is, what's up, man? We took your advice and we're trying a new thing.
So, my friend's gonna focus on the video side of the podcast because I already made an intro for the beginning of the podcast last night, and I'm gonna focus on the audio side. So there's gonna be an audio and a video one. So no more floating heads. Everything's gonna be on camera now.
The only thing that those floating heads are gonna be used for
the thumbnails. The thumbnails are gonna be the same, but it's gonna say on camera now. I'm gonna try to make it look a little bit good now. But explain the story.
So, guy came in, the guy that always comes through here, he does a lot of stuff up at our service desk with us. So, he came in and made some suggestions, and we're here to try and follow them now and see if that helps us out.
And it's nice that somebody's willing to listen and watch our podcast and, like, give us suggestions, because I kind of like a little feedback on what we're doing and what we need to focus on more. I mean, he did say we were going from topic to topic, but that's why this podcast. That's why this podcast is called the Drunk Ramen Storytime Podcast. The only podcast for two dudes who don't know how to make a podcast, because we really don't know how to make a podcast.
Yeah.
And we go and if we go topic to topic, it's just because we don't know how to make a podcast. Eventually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna choose two topics and write them down. So that way we can focus on those topics. Tyler's gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on that. It's just hard to focus on one topic and like stretch it out.
Right.
We have to make multiple topics in order to stretch out this podcast and make it longer.
So I do have one topic here for this podcast that I want to try and revolve around, and it's gonna be around YouTubers and hopefully charity related stuff, because I do want to like really touch on that, because something just like really extraordinary just happened this week. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're going to talk about today in this podcast. Next podcast, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen.
Next podcast, I think we're going to create at least two topics, and then we're going to create two topics really quick out of thin air, and we're just going to talk about those two topics. Right now, this is just freehand. This is the first episode of our live video podcast.
Yes.
We're recording.
Well, it's not live, but
not live. We're literally doing two podcasts. One on a GoPro, and one on an HD camera that I use for my sketches that might die at some point, but we have the GoPro just in case.
Yeah, the GoPro is significantly better.
Yeah. So yes, it's a work in progress. So before we get to his thing, we're gonna choose one topic and then go to his topic. So I guess we're gonna choose topics like since you've got a lot of toys in this room.
Toys? What do you mean toys?
Action figures.
There you go.
I guess we're gonna choose favorite childhood action figures or toys of those sorts. Like, your favorite toy you got for Christmas, because Christmas is here. Christmas is literally here.
Yes, Christmas is like right around the corner, guys.
I'm like,
and like low key, it's like I am so ready.
What favorite Christmas gift you received for the holidays?
You know what? I've got to say, if I'm putting this on the list of how often I used it, I got to drop my PS4 on there. I'm not going to lie. My PS4, like, I have used and abused that thing.
Why don't you... Now this is a video podcast, why don't you...
I'm going to take the GoPro and I'm going to flip it around here.
He's going to show him...
But
he's going to use the GoPro and show his PS4.
It's pretty much my PlayStation. It's a Black Ops 3 version. And I just dropped the game on the floor. But,
you can hear that.
yeah.
It's Black Ops 3, PlayStation 4.
But, yeah. So...
It's a pretty sick PlayStation.
It is a really nice PlayStation, and I have a 4 terabyte external on it, so it's nice.
It's enough for a lot of games. It's
a
ton of games.
I have like 80 games downloaded at the moment on there.
Yeah, he has a lot of games on there, man.
So yeah, I mean, if for all for all the Christmas presents I've ever gotten, that is the one that I use the most.
Yes, I think my favorite was probably my Xbox 360 that me and my brothers received from my mom. It was one of my favorite Christmas gifts that I received. My first time playing on Xbox, and it was the best, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I remember I got, like, Banjo and Kazooie. That was my first, like, Xbox 360 game. It wasn't good, but it was a game. So, it was good.
Yeah.
That was my first, like, system, my first... Christmas gift. I mean, I had like back when I was a kid. I mean, I had toys. Like I had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys, and
we've all had the toys and stuff.
I think at some point you grow out of toys when you're an adult.
Oh, for sure.
And I mean, people still collect toys, like little Funko Pops.
Yeah, I got a bunch of those, as you can probably see up there.
If you can't see.
If you can or can't see.
The GoPro will probably show it, but
the camera probably won't, but the GoPro will.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the wide lens.
I guess there'll be 2 cuts. I'm figuring this out. So since you have the camera version and that version, you'll have like, I guess, more footage to work with. You just have to.
I'll have more footage to work with, and I'll just determine which angles I want to use.
Yeah, it's a matter of just using the angles. But most likely, you're probably gonna want to use the GoPro more.
Probably.
Yeah, but the camera is just in case you need some footage.
Right.
But no, yeah, Christmas is Christmas is an awesome time.
Yeah, and it's right around the corner, so.
Sweet, yeah.
Alright, so, big topic for the day. Alright, I don't know if any of you guys watch Game Theory at all or not.
You're watching Game Theory. Thanks for watching.
Stop. So, Game Theory has been a huge channel that I've watched, like, every single day for, like, the past 3 or 4 years.
I watch it on and off, but
I love Game Theory. I love the host. I love everything about it. And when was this? It wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday.
Well, that was
Tuesday, right?
You made an Instagram post, and I didn't see that till maybe yesterday, so it might have been Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Tuesday. Tuesday, Game Theory did a live stream where they were raising money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Which is an awesome charity.
Yes, it is a very awesome charity, and I respect everything that they do. The fact that families don't have to pay to have their children admitted and treated is just a phenomenal cause to donate money towards.
Because our health care system is a little messed up.
And I mean, with everything going on this year, it is a very important cause to, if you have the money to even donate to.
But if you don't, you can still enjoy the charity stream because they do a lot on the charity stream. They do games. I'm assuming they do games and they board games. I haven't watched it yet, but I know
he got a robot haircut.
That's pretty sick, Matt.
That is pretty sick. Yeah, they do something to his hair every year.
Well,
so
he does Game Theory, so he's not really on camera when he's doing those videos. He does voiceover, so
yeah, but they'd still take his picture and mess with him. So I'm sure they're gonna use that that little bit from him.
Yeah.
So but yeah, no, he got a robot haircut, and that was amazing. Their goal was to raise $1 million for St. Jude's, and they tripled that. They got over $3 million worth of donations.
So give a round of applause.
Like, serious, that is a real achievement, and I am very proud of him for being able to actually have the support and raise that much money, because it's a great cause.
I hope someday we can meet Matt Pat and like
that would be cool.
We become huge. We become big. Right now, it's better to start out humble and then work your way up into, Matt Pat's level, because we're starting out humble. We're humble. Like, we're starting out crappy budget camera, awesome GoPro camera. I mean, we don't really know how video podcast is going to take off, but I hope we can get to the level of Matt Pat, so that way we can inspire other people, and we can, me and Tyler, we work our butts off.
Oh, we work our butts off.
We work a normal job.
Not something that I want to be having to do every day, but
we work a normal 9-to-5 job.
No, it's not 9 to 5.
It's a phrase.
But yes.
We work a normal business job where we work at a grocery store, and we do this podcast and we do videos on the side because we want to make a footprint on YouTube.
Right.
And the way YouTube is going, I mean, yes, there's a lot of problems, but if we can inspire a small group of people on this podcast, then I think we made an impact.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to phrase it, but essentially what I'm saying is I want to make an impact. I want to be the Matt Pats and the odds ones out. I want to be like them. I want people to take our stories and just feel inspired.
What I want to do is I want to take this channel and I want to use it as a stepping stone for something greater.
Yes,
that's what I want.
We eventually want to do what Red and Link do. Red and Link, they started out with essentially nothing. They had a table and a camera, and they've become bigger than you know. They have their own company, Mythical Entertainment.
And that's something.
That's something we want to do. That's something where we want to create our own studio, Blue Donut Entertainment, and we want to do what Red and Link do. We want to make games. We want to have fun. We want to have a crew. We want to have a bunch of people just like them.
Right.
And we want to do some fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to have a huge crew and do board games and just have a table and just sit and just and not what Red and Link do, but
to do that would be amazing.
Yeah. Not what Red and Link do, but we kind of want to do what they do. Is just talk to the camera and talk about how our day is going and play some fun games. I mean, and just hang out with people.
We're just talking into the void.
We're just talking into the void. Again, I love what Red and Link do, and I love what Game Theory do. And I want to kind of use this channel as a stepping stone. So,
yeah, I agree with that. I do.
Yeah.
But trying to stay back on topic. So, I don't know. I'm sure at least some of you out there have seen the charity stream. So they did this, I think they did this last year. I don't think they did it the year before, did they? Was last year their first time?
I don't know, man. This is my first time looking at it. So
okay. So I think last year was their first time, and they plan on doing it again next year, which I'm sure they're gonna get way more donations next year.
I think 2020 was a year for that charity stream. 2020 has been a rough year, and that charity stream.
I mean, if it wasn't 2020 right now, I think it would have still gotten more donations because, I mean, I'm not saying any offense to anybody, which, I mean, if you can't donate, don't worry about it. Just try and survive, do your own thing, save what you need to save. But, I mean...
Participate.
Some people can't afford to do that. Some people can't afford to donate, and that's okay.
You don't need to donate. The thing is, as long as you're there and you're willing to, support the people that support other people, you're making an impact.
Right. A small one, but it's a very worthwhile impact.
Even if you don't donate, which you don't, I mean, you're still supporting by watching.
Right. So, I'm not gonna lie when I say this, I did have the charity stream playing while I was at work. I didn't have it playing throughout my whole shift. I really wish I did because I missed out on YouTube donating $450,000 towards the cause, which I thought was insane. They talked to Susan, CEO of YouTube, and they donated $450K towards the cause.
They got connections.
That is insanity.
To get her.
They had State Farm donated $250,000.
Well, State Farm's always on top, bro. Jake from State Farm donating all.
They had money. Jake from State Farm on the stream.
They had Jake from State Farm?
Yes, they did.
Oh my god! Where's our Jake from State Farm at? Oh man,
that was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that was hilarious. I saw Jake that and I was like, yes.
Jake from State Farm is somebody that I really want to meet.
That was cool. Yeah, they had Jake from State Farm on.
Damn it, I like him. He's super cool. He seems like a cool, chill guy to hang out with.
Yeah. So but their whole stream was powered by State Farm. State Farm powered their whole stream, which is insane. They had a bunch of donors in there. They had State Farm, Ocean Spray, Ocean Spray. That one was pretty cool.
Cranberry, yeah.
I don't remember who all else was in there, but they had a lot of people, and it's incredible because they had asked them. They went ahead and asked them if they'd be willing to be part of their stream, and not a single person said no, which is...
No, I mean, it's hard to say no when you're... It's kind of hard to say no. You're trying to help people, so... I mean, maybe you've got some other stuff to do, but if Matt Pat asks you, I gotta say yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to help a cause. I mean, you gotta make time.
It's a great cause, yeah. And I mean, it just fills my heart to think about what exactly they are doing there. And it's just amazing. And the fact that they raised 3 times as much as they were originally asking to raise, that's just amazing.
Did Redlink? I think Redlink was on there, right?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I know they had a bunch of YouTubers, including Mr. Beast and ZHC, which are 2 of the top giving YouTubers on YouTube.
I saw the thumbnail. It had the Odds Ones Out. It had
Odd Ones Out was on there. Jaden Animations was on there. They had Markiplier. Ethan was on there. They had Kyle Hill. They had Diana Physics Girl. They had the guy from Veritasium.
What about Smosh?
I don't know. I didn't watch the whole stream.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming Red and Link was there, so maybe Smosh.
It's possible Red and Link was there. I'm not sure.
No, I saw it. Red and Link.
Were they on the thing?
Matt Pat announced Red and Link was there. I didn't see them, but I know they were there. Yep. They were there in some capacity.
Yeah, Markiplier. Yep, Markiplier was there. Let's see, who else was there? I know from Vsauce 3. The guy from Vsauce 3 was on there. Yeah. They had such a huge turnout, and it's not like everybody was all in one space. There's some people from home. They had the Gaming Grumps on there as well.
They're the Game Grumps.
So, I mean, it was insane. Like, just in the first portion of the stream that I was watching, like, some of the stuff that they were doing was just... wow.
Yeah.
They did a part of Pictionary, okay? They did their own version of Pictionary, where first round they did it with markers. Second round, I want to say, what did they do it with? I think they did it with condiments.
I thought you were gonna say condoms.
No, I think they did it with condiments. Round 3, I think they did it with a gigantic paintbrush.
That's one way to play Pictionary.
It was like, this thing was like, probably like 4 feet tall.
I'm surprised nobody told you at work to, hey, get off your phone. Like, shut up, I'm trying to watch this charity stream, dang it.
No, I was doing it in the cash office while I was counting kills, but that's
one way to do it, yeah.
And then for the last one, they had squirt guns. Like water guns, and they filled them up, and they were trying to draw with those, and that was a big mess.
That is so cool. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched it, but charity stream. We might put in the link in this video podcast. I mean, it's a video, so
yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I might.
You might. Well, he is editing it. I'm not editing this podcast. I'm only editing the audio version. Let you know. There's only an audio.
Here's what I'll do. I'll see if they have a.
There's a link. There's a video.
No, I'm saying if they have it recorded. Do they have it recorded?
It's already posted. I saw it online.
Is it posted up?
It's a
Okay.
video, yeah.
Then if it is, then I'll do my best to remember to add a link. While I'm editing this, I'm sure I'll see that and I'll add it in there.
Yeah.
Especially since this is like the whole reason we're doing this stream.
We're sort of splitting our like workload in half, especially because my workload is.
He has more stuff to do.
Yeah, I have a lot. Okay, I have a lot of stuff to do because I have to edit the audio version of this, and I gotta edit my video, and then I have to write a ton. But if he's helping me with the video part, which actually helps tremendously, because I don't want a mistake of the whole other channel thing where I was taking up the entire workload of our sketches. Where I don't know if I explained this already, but when we were making sketches on this channel, I took the entire workload. I took the editing part, and I took the camera part, and I essentially.
I didn't make him do that, by the way. He chose to do that.
Because I wanted to let you guys be free, so that we didn't have to think about anything. We just focus on the sketches, and I did these all-nighters where I'll just spend one night just editing an entire video, and the video would seem rushed. I don't do all-nighters anymore. I actually take time editing my videos once a day. And I take like a little, which is why I split my videos in 4 parts so I can edit it one at a time.
And now he actually has days he'll be able to just like dedicate to doing that stuff.
Yes, because so I'm happy.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
We'll shut off our phones we'll mute our phones next video pod. But no, yeah, this podcast is gonna be awesome. We are sometimes unfocused, and that is our problem.
Yeah, and I know we're bouncing around a little bit on topics at the moment, but I trust us. We are trying to stay on topic.
It's gonna be a little awkward for our first video podcast, but every first video podcast, every first video that somebody makes of something, that was gonna be awkward.
Oh, it's always gonna be awkward.
Next one, we're gonna be a little calm. I think we might change some of the angles and like do something.
Right,
else.
we might do some other stuff.
I mean, I think those 2 game chairs will be freaking awesome, and then we just do that instead of just sitting on the couch. So we have some to. But yeah, no, this is I think I might change the topic a bit because we have to. It has to be stretched out to meet the 50-minute deadline, and we need to talk about a lot of things.
Oh yeah, we have. There is quite a bit to talk about, even if it's not on topic.
I mean, like, the criticism of the not being on topic thing, I get that, but when you're making a podcast, topics have to change. It's hard to focus on one specific topic and try to stretch it out because eventually we'll run out of stuff to talk about. Yeah, well, he's looking at me. Yeah. Am I not right?
I mean, to an extent. I mean, what he was talking about is we were jumping between, like, 6 or 7 different topics in the same podcast.
I mean, but...
Which is a lot to jump through. You know what I mean?
But I mean, they were fun
conversations. Now, if we're, like, switching between 2 or 3 topics, it's not really that big
For the last 2 podcasts you guys listened to, we talked a lot about DC.
And we do. We talk a lot about...
Which is why I titled the last podcast Ghost Stories and more DC Talk, because we talked a lot about superheroes. Which is not bad. We will talk a lot more about superheroes and Marvel, but we're just an introduction to the video podcast. So, I guess we're gonna bounce around to another topic.
Let's see here.
Christmas specials?
So, sure, we could talk about some Christmas related things if we want to.
I guess, yeah.
All right. I actually this topic popped up at work the other day. As far as Christmas movies are concerned, what is your favorite?
Oh, that's a hard one.
It is a really hard one, isn't it?
Most people say the default Grinch movie with Jim Carrey, but I'm like...
That wasn't the first one that popped to my head.
I'm thinking, everybody always, the basic move is to go Charlie Brown, but I'm like, I've never watched a Charlie Brown Christmas one.
I've never watched Charlie Brown.
So, there's a lot of Christmas specials. It's so hard to pick. But if I'm, like, gonna have to pick, it's gotta be, like, the Spongebob Christmas specials, or the original one.
Really?
Dude, that was, like, I watch that Spongebob Christmas episode every year, and it's still, like, gets me in the mood. The
Well,
music in that episode is just so good.
Well, as far as Christmas movies are concerned, I have to drop and say that Polar Express has to probably be one of my favorite ones.
I guess, but you realize, I don't like the CGI in that movie.
I don't care about the CGI. I just like the whole premise of the movie.
Every face in Polar Express looks...
It takes a trip down Uncanny Valley. I understand, but...
Uncanny is another word to put it. Creepy, dead-eyed skeletons.
But listen, when I was a little kid, I loved that. It looked great. It just looked great.
They use motion capture for the movie, and I read that they used Tom Hanks' face for most of the models. I'm not sure about it, but it gets too weird. Some of the angles in that movie, you pause them, and they really look weird.
Well, yeah, that's because you pause them.
When you pause anything, anything
looks weird when you pause it.
I like Polar Express, don't get me wrong. When I was a kid, I liked it, but I don't think I can sit through it as an adult.
Dude, I have to make it a point to watch that movie at least once every Christmas.
I watch the Spongebob Christmas episode all the time because it gets me in the mood. Polar Express is another story. I remember watching it as a kid as my teacher put it on, and I liked it. But when you get older, you start to want to criticize it a little bit because it's not a perfect movie by any chance. No, the story is good, but it's... Really? I'm crazy? Okay. The movie has flaws, but it's a good Christmas movie. I guess once it's Christmas, you can ignore all the flaws and actually just sit down there and watch it. You just can't have a critical eye of it because then it'll take your enjoyment out of the entire movie.
That's debatable. I mean, you can still have a critical eye on it.
Are you telling me there's
still enjoy it?
There's no flaws in the movie? You gotta
I'm not saying that there's no flaws in the movie.
Okay.
I mean, there's plenty of flaws in the movie.
The kids?
It's just I can't think of them right now, other than the fact that it takes a trip down Uncanny Valley.
Uncanny is the one way of putting it. Toy Story, if Toy Story was not rendered properly, is what I will put it.
Hey.
We have come so far in CGI and motion capture.
Oh, for sure. I mean, think about it, though, I do want to say, from the moment that movie was created, I think it's great CGI and animation for the time period that it was made.
Yes. Motion cap. I think that was our first, introduction to motion capture. I think that studio also made another movie called Mars Needs Mom. Don't get me wrong, I don't think they made
that was a good movie too. I enjoyed that movie.
Mars Needs Mom.
I don't care what the premise of it was. I just thought it was a funny movie.
Seth Green. You know Seth Green? I mean, he does the voice of Chris in Family Guy. He's also in Austin Powers. He plays Dr. Evil's son. You know who Seth Green is?
Yes.
They used his face in the movie to make the kid, but they didn't use his voice. Why even do that? Why not just use his voice and then use somebody else's face? The kid looks a lot like Seth Green, but his voice doesn't match. And why would Mars Needs Mom? Why would Mars Needs Mom? Why would they need moms?
That's the point. It doesn't have to make sense.
Their plot is convoluted. At least Polar Express had A to B, know where they were going.
Hey,
I recently saw Mars Needs Mom, and I really just wanted to watch it to see if I can remember how bad it is. And I'm like, I think they should have used Seth Green's voice.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why they used his face but not his voice.
Alright, well, back to Christmas stuff.
That was Christmas stuff. How about the Jim...
what?
Jim Carrey's Grinch. You never realize how dark that movie is? It's incredibly...
Yeah.
The colors are washed out, bro. In the Grinch, it looks incredibly dark. There's not no... When you watch the movie around Christmas time, it does feel like Christmas, but when you watch it when it's not Christmas, it doesn't really have the same appeal.
Right.
The colors in the Grinch are washed out. The Who's look... I don't even know about the Who's, because the Who's kind of creep me out in the movie.
Yeah.
Why is everybody...
Okay, I will agree with you.
Why does everybody's nose look like it's pressed against their face? Their upper lip. I don't know why Who's are not allowed to have upper lips, and this is for every Dr. Seuss live action movie, the Grinch, the Cat in the Hat. For some reason, Who's don't have an upper lip. I find it very disturbing and creepy. It's and the only one who was allowed to have an upper lip was a little girl, and I'm like, you don't let her have an upper lip, but you.
Oh my gosh!
Why do the parents have an upper lip? I'm assuming this girl is creeped out while she's hanging out with all these other people have no upper lips. That's a lot of makeup, though.
Yeah, it is a lot of makeup.
Like...
they are caked with foundation and all that other stuff.
Every character looks caked with foundation, dude. The only character that looks like he's actually, like... Because I heard, like, Jim Carrey, he had to work inside that suit, and that suit is very sweaty. Like, he had to, like, do meditation. He had to, like, learn how to act in the suit. And Jim Carrey is giving his all in that movie.
I like Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's probably my definitive Grinch. And I'm going to be honest, he's the only person I can see as a Grinch. I don't like the CGI one that they recently made. It's
not the most recent one. I like the original animated version.
The one.
I think that one was amazing.
That one and the Jim Carrey one. Only because I like the movie because of Jim Carrey. Everything else in that movie is so stupid. The plot is dumb. He gets mad.
The best character is the dog.
Everybody knows the best character is the dog. But you don't get the plot of the Grinch. Apparently he went all like evil, like he didn't like Christmas because the kids were picking on him because he had a mustache. But what kid doesn't want to have a mustache? Why would you pick on a kid that has a mustache, bro? Would you pick on a kid if they have a mustache? They have like
probably that kid would probably pick on me if he had a mustache.
Dude, I'm like, you're making fun of the kid and he has facial hair. Actually, you should be praising that kid for having facial hair.
Like, for real.
If I was a kid, I would be jealous of that facial
Somebody
hair.
hit puberty early.
Yeah, I'm like, you're giving this kid a razor, telling him to shave his beard. Dude, these kids are assholes. Everybody in the Who village is an ass. I mean, like, they're all mean to him for some reason. I can see why he hates Christmas, and I'm gonna be honest, I would probably destroy that village of mutants in a heartbeat.
Mutants? Is that what we're calling them?
We're calling the Who's mutants. They have no upper lip, and they all look like creepy, possessed Five Nights at Freddy characters.
Okay, I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah,
one,
but just like in Cat in the Hat, where Thing 1 and Thing 2 had no upper lip. Why? Why did they not have an upper lip?
You know what? But that was okay though, because it kind of fit in with the goofiness of the movie.
Yeah, Cat in the Hat's not perfect, but I mean, some of the jokes in there were pretty good.
I love how after that movie, the Dr. Seuss, the author, was like, okay, no more live action takes of my books.
Yeah, I think the live action thing, it could have still, I don't think it could have still worked. I think it was the worst thing. Illumination, I think now owns the rights to Dr. Seuss, and so far the two movies that they made are horrible. The Grinch, bad. The voice for the Grinch is terrible. You have Benedict Cumberbatch who plays Doctor Strange as in Marvel do the voice of the Grinch. The voice is horrible. Why? It doesn't sound like the Grinch. It just sounds like somebody trying to do a Grinch impression.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What's that movie? The Lorax? Is that the movie?
The Lorax.
Don't watch the Lorax. In the entire plot of the movie is to...
I like the Lorax.
The CGI one or the animation one? Because you know...
CGI one.
Okay. Okay, I gotta go into the Lorax CGI one is incredibly commercialized. It's the entire plot of the movie loses meaning because the entire plot is to plant these trees and like to stop deforestation. But you know what? That defeats the entire purpose because they slapped the Lorax on car commercials. They made IHOP commercials. They made the Loraxes so commercialized. I can pull up a trailer of the Lorax commercials.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the movie was bad.
Yeah, but you're trying to push an agenda of like saving the forest and saving the trees, but
what's wrong with that?
You can't do it without being incredibly commercialized, dude. They use the Lorax to push a car commercial. A car commercial
Okay, that's completely contradictory.
Cars cause pollution. Why use the Lorax to promote a car that causes pollution? The entire point of the movie was to stop deforestation, to stop pollution. You use a car commercial and it defeats the entire purpose of the entire movie.
Yeah, that one is a bit contradictory. I like the animated one better, to be honest.
The older ones were better. I don't know. I don't think they can make another Dr. Seuss movie. I don't want them to ruin another goddamn Dr. Seuss franchise. What if they make a movie about one fish, red fish, blue fish?
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish?
That's a book.
Yeah, I know. You're really messing up the title right there.
Hey, don't mess up the movie before I mess up the title, okay? Actually, Netflix released Green Eggs and Ham TV show.
See, I heard that was actually really good.
I heard it was really good because the animation.
My brother was watching that.
The animation style, it's not like it's not kid pandering. Like it doesn't talk down to you like these other kid shows. It actually is pretty good. The animation looks like it's in the books, and it's not made by the goddamn company that brought you the goddamn Minions. I'm sorry, I'm sick of the Minions. Why are they making another Despicable Me movie?
Wait, did they make another one?
They're making another one where Gru's a kid. Yeah. They already made a Minions one, 2.
Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the first and kind of enjoyed the second one.
Wait. We had 3 Despicable Me movies, right? The one where he's not a villain, 2 where he meets a girl, and the other one where he meets his brother. Right? Why are they...
I thought they met the girl and his brother at the same...
No.
In the same...
The girl was in the second one, and the third one's where he meets his brother. I just don't know why they're making a 4th one. I thought the third one was wrapping up the entire franchise. Well, apparently they're making him a kid, where it's his origin story, but I'm like, we already had an origin story in the first movie. Why make another movie? Why make him a kid? That seems like the route every company is going for.
I have no idea.
But it's like that stupid SpongeBob movie, the new one. Are you gonna watch the new SpongeBob movie?
Probably not.
Yeah,
It's been a while since I've watched SpongeBob anything.
I'm gonna watch it, but with a critical eye, because I heard that movie was only made to push their new spin-off show, SpongeBob Camp Coral. It's gonna be called SpongeBob Camp Coral, and it's supposed to be SpongeBob and his friends as kids in camp. That's the only reason the movie was made. So when you're watching the entire movie, there's a segment where they're in camp, and the entire plot of the movie is pointless. The movie was only made to push a pilot to a TV show that's supposed to be made right now, and it kind of ruins who made Steven Hilberg made SpongeBob, right?
Yes.
It kind of ruins Steven Hilberg's vision for SpongeBob, because when you continue a project without the original creator, it loses all meaning. So the spinoff is made after Steven Hilberg died. It just ruins SpongeBob, dude. I can't watch SpongeBob anymore, bro. I love him, but I
haven't watched SpongeBob in forever.
I haven't watched SpongeBob in forever either. I mean, I watch the movies because, don't get me wrong, they're okay, but without Steven Hilberg, SpongeBob sucks. The earlier episodes of SpongeBob were good. They're iconic.
Yeah, of course. Seasons 1 through 4 were amazing.
My favorite episode is probably the pizza one. Pizza delivery. That's my favorite SpongeBob episode.
Krusty Krab,
Here's the pizza.
Wasn't that in the movie though?
No, it's not.
No, I thought that was in the movie.
The first SpongeBob movie was amazing, dude. The first SpongeBob movie is iconic, bro. Now that we're men, we have become more. The first SpongeBob movie is iconic. The second one is bad. The second one is actually okay because it's animation.
I didn't watch the second one. I only ever watched the first one.
Yeah, the first one's good. You can't beat the first SpongeBob movie. The first SpongeBob movie was still made by Steven Hilberg. You know, the last SpongeBob movie was supposed to be the last SpongeBob episode. After the movie, the SpongeBob was not supposed to continue, but Nickelodeon found it profitable. So they kept on going with SpongeBob.
Of course they did, because they always figure out a way to make it profitable.
SpongeBob is essentially the mascot of
Nickelodeon.
Which is why it's on every time slot on Nickelodeon. Just like now Teen Titans Go is like the mascot of Cartoon Network because it's in every time slot now.
Yeah.
Disney Channel, it's a mixed bag. I mean, Mickey Mouse is the mascot, but I don't really watch Disney Channel all that much since they got rid of all the good shows. No, Sweet
Yeah,
Life.
I miss Wizards of Waverly Place.
Wizards of Waverly Place, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. That show's iconic. That show is like a time capsule of my childhood. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
I agree.
That's So Raven. I mean, Wizards of Waverly Place, you already said that. I can't think of any other shows besides those four. Some of the cartoons were good. American Dragon. I don't know if you remember that show.
Kind of, sort of. I watched a death battle thing between American Dragon and Danny Phantom.
Yeah. Zeke and Luther. I mean, Disney XZ shows were good. Zeke and Luther. I can't really remember that many, but I think Sea Life, Zack and Cody is probably the... Sea Life, Zack and Cody, Hannah Montana. I can't forget that show. I love me some Hannah Montana.
I didn't really watch that one.
Oh, you got
I thought... See, literally, when I was a kid, I was like, this is a girly show. I'm not gonna watch this show.
The main actor happens to be a girl, but like...
I know.
I rewatched...
It's not really
I watched it as a kid, and I loved it.
But yet again, when I was a kid, I loved the crap out of Dora. Dora.
Don't sing the song. God dang it, man. They should call it Dora the pandering, not knowing anything explorer, because god dang it, how stupid is Dora, man?
I loved that show when I was a kid.
As a kid, yeah.
As a kid, oh my gosh, that was amazing.
It was what, Dora and freaking Wonder... I don't know if you know the show Wonder Pets or like, what's it, Little Einsteins or whatever?
Little Einsteins,
Come aboard. You're ready to explore. That was some good Lazy Town. I don't know. Remember Lazy Town?
I remember Lazy Town, but I don't remember the theme song to that one.
Let's go up into Lazy Town. Yeah, I remember. I'm sorry. I have to remember these things because I have to. Okay, it's just deep in my subconscious, that song. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, you know what? I say Dora is more tolerable than like some about like Baby Muppets or whatever, or like. Dora is more tolerable. No, actually, fuck that. I can't watch Dora.
You can't watch Dora?
As a kid, I can. But as an adult, I kind of feel like I'm stupid.
Honestly, I don't think I'd be able to watch it anymore either, because...
I think I would get incredibly...
I feel like I'd be
irritated.
Yeah, a little bit. I'd be a little irritated.
You watch a clip on YouTube, and, like, Dora's like, where's the mountain? I'm like, Dora, turn around. It's running back at you. I'm pretty sure Boots can, like, help you out. I'm like, why have him as a partner if you're not going to turn around? The mountain's back at you, Dora. God
right. It's literally right behind you.
Why do you have
And you have a talking map.
You have a map. Why does
a talking map?
Why is the map there for, like, 2 seconds, and then it spouts up some stupid song, and then it, like, lays out the entire journey you have to go to, but it doesn't help you. The map doesn't say anything after it spouts off a stupid, like, song. I think what the map does. What does the map do? It, like, sings a song, and then it tells you where you need to go. But I'm like, after that, it doesn't even talk to you throughout the entire episode. Why doesn't the map just tell you where the stuff is, instead of having the viewer point it out? I mean, the worst part of Dora is the last part. She's like, so what did you enjoy about your journey? And then she's, like, staring at you. I'm like... for like a minute or two, I'm like, oh my god. Like, the part where you
I don't know.
The part where you don't stare into my soul. And why is Boots
the part where someone actually cares about what I have to say?
Yeah. Like the part where the end credits roll and I don't have to watch the show anymore.
Oh my god.
They made a spin-off where Dora is an adult and she actually has more common sense. I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of Dora I want. I don't want this pandering crap where she stares. Yeah, they made... The Dora movie was stupid.
I want to watch that movie. I have not watched the movie yet. But I want to watch it.
I don't want to watch it. I'm going to be honest, bro. I don't see a point of watching it, dude. What would be the point of watching it?
Just to watch it.
It's like an Indiana Jones mixed with Dora.
Sure. That sounds good to me.
I never seen Dora as an Indiana Jones type, dude.
Bruh.
Really? You saw Dora as Indiana Jones?
She's Dora the Explorer.
She explores nothing. She can't even explore where her grandma's house is, dude. I remember an episode.
Grandma, lost.
I remember an episode where like she needs to go to her grandma's house. But I'm like, how the hell you don't know where your grandma's house is if you've been to her house many times and we established that you know your grandma?
What I want to know is who decided to let a child out with a monkey?
Just like Pokemon. It's like Pokemon, where you let a 10-year-old out with a rat type creature and you let it catch Pokemon. I mean, hey, children antagonists. I mean, like, why? Yeah, why did they let the girl go out with the monkey?
With a monkey of all things. Like, what's the monkey gonna do?
Wait. You think the monkey could talk? You think Dora's just hallucinating and maybe she's just seeing?
There's a whole theory on that.
Yeah, because
there's a whole theory.
Yeah, I think the monkey.
I'm pretty sure Matt Pat's actually gone over the theory.
Yeah, I don't think the monkey is real because I don't think any of the creatures in that show are real. I think they're just hallucinations of Dora, or like her imagination just goes out of control. Because not once have I like seen other people like her grandma. Has her grandma even acknowledged the creatures that she sees?
Probably not.
I find it weird. I think Swiper is like maybe the only thing that's real.
Swiper is just a whole different animal on his own.
I think Swiper is like a personification of something. Like maybe she's afraid to grow up, or maybe
maybe.
Or maybe it's just maybe it's her demons coming after her, which is why she says
we all have demons.
It just happens to be a fox with a mask.
Mine is a fox with a mask.
Her catchphrase: "Swiper no swiping, swiper no swiping." Oh man. Oh man. Oh dude. Remember kid shows are not what they used to be, man. You ever try watching kid shows nowadays?
No. Absolutely not.
The
only one that I will watch pretty much nowadays is Tom and Jerry, the original way that they used to make the...
You know they're making a movie?
Are they actually?
There's a movie trailer out for Tom and Jerry.
Oh no.
It's live action mixed with animation and it looks pretty good. It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Good, because I want to watch that then.
I
love Tom and Jerry.
I would say
Tom and Jerry, hands down. My favorite cartoon
I would
ever.
say we watched the trailer, but I'm like, there's no way to like, if there was a way for you to like put the trailer in the bottom, like the little screen right
there is, but then I'd have to rip it from like YouTube or something like that, and then
you can do that.
I don't want to do that.
Why? You can.
I can, but
I can send you
I don't really want to.
You want me to send you the video?
No, it's fine.
Sure. You want to react to it?
No. Nah. Well, no. I'll check it out later.
We'll check it out later. Actually, I want to see if the camera's still working.
Your camera?
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh if it's dead because we're hitting 48 minutes right now.
Oh, it's still working!
Oh my!
Oh.
Congratulations to you, camera number 2. You are still awake.
Now, can we find Gumdrop Forest? Where is it? Is it in the back of me? No. Is it over here? Where's Gumdrop Forest?
I don't think there's such a thing as that. Are you okay? Do you need to talk to somebody?
This is how Dora is when she...
Do you need to talk about it?
Is this how Dora is when she goes to therapy? Dr. Phil just talking to Dora. Are you okay, Dora? Do you need therapy? Gumdrop Force isn't real. Boots isn't real. That demon fox you see in your nightmares isn't real.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yes. I see a monkey. What does it all mean? Swiper.
So, this will be probably a topic to talk about next podcast, but I've been watching a lot of Red vs. Blue.
Halo.
And I finished up to season, 18 now that they're starting, because I haven't watched anything past it, but I've seen the first 2 episodes of season 18 because they don't have any else up.
Does it get you hyped for the new Halo game?
I've never been a big Halo fan.
Well, you watch Red vs.
Okay,
Blue.
listen.
You watch
So,
Red vs.
okay,
Blue.
hold on, listen. So I played through Halo Reach. Because I had an Xbox 360.
I'm gonna get that beer to
But
choke you.
other than that, I've never owned any Xbox after that. I didn't own the Xbox One. I'm not getting this Xbox Series X.
I would.
I'm not.
I'm getting both. Both. You know why? Because it's better to... I don't like being biased, and I don't like being a fanboy of one system. It's the worst thing you can do, in my opinion, is be a fanboy of, like, one thing.
I'm not a fanboy. I will say that both systems have their own things that are going for them. It's just, I like PlayStation, all my friends are on PlayStation, and that's about it.
Okay, I have friends on PlayStation and Xbox.
But I don't have any friends on Xbox.
You gotta make new friends. Pretty sure you... Actually, the one thing about Xbox is that you can link your Facebook, and like when you link your Facebook to your Xbox, most of your friends that have an Xbox will appear... Most of your friends that have Facebook will appear in your Xbox app, and you can just add them.
I don't go on Facebook.
Well, I know that.
I only know a select few people that have Xbox, and that's it.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I like Xbox's party chat better than PlayStation because now PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation messed it up.
PlayStation now listens to every party chat conversation, which actually takes away the essence.
No, they don't listen to everyone. This is what happens: is by joining a party, you automatically agree to say yes. I will have the ability to have my voice recorded by any player in the current chat, and that voice can be sent to PlayStation for a review at any point in time.
That is stupid.
So, if you have someone, let's say, bullying you, or throwing racial slurs, you have the automatic right to record that conversation and send it to PlayStation for review. Now, let me say, do I think it's stupid? A little bit, because you can't really take anything that's said online as serious, because it's stupid.
Okay, but yeah, who's getting into a party chat with people they don't know? Because I'm assuming that's what PlayStation thinks people are doing when they get into party chats. You go into party chats with people you do know, like your friends. You don't go into a random party chat because if it's not on your friends list, you can't enter the party.
Well, so here's what I have experienced personally. I have made friends, and then those friends have turned out to be complete, utter a-holes that I don't even want to associate myself with. And then I have deleted them off my friends list and blocked them, and they're gone now for good. And anybody who's listening to this podcast that I play games with, you already know who I'm talking about.
Why are you turning people over to the cops? Yo, Tyler, it's me. Remember when I called you a little
it's not going over to the cops, though. It's going to PlayStation so that they can... they can
they're gonna go over
warning or suspension or something like that.
They're going to be like in the comments, yo, Tyler, remember me? I called you Tinkle Pinkle, so now I'm coming back at you, bro. This is me, PlayStation Mike.
But hey, for all you know, that could be something that was picked up along the way, and it's something that they consistently call you as to be a derogatory term towards you.
I guess, but I just don't like the idea of that.
Listen, I'm a firm believer in snitches get stitches, but, you know.
I believe in stitches sleep with the fishes. Yes, I believe snitches will become fish food if they become snitches. Yes.
Like, listen, whatever happens in the PlayStation party chat stays in the PlayStation party chat, and then afterwards you can decide whether you want to remove those friends and block those friends. I mean, you know, whatever. If their sense of humor is not for your liking, then... gone with them.
Be gone with the wind.
So.
Okay, so we are at the 50th mark, and I gotta charge my laptop before we start the other podcast. Yes, we do 2 podcasts each and every Thursday. Yes.
Not every Thursday. This is why we're doing 2, because I'm not gonna be in town.
Because he needs stuff that he has. He needs stuff to keep him busy to edit, and I need to edit 2 audio versions. So, we're gonna end it here, and I think of this as a teaser to our already on-camera podcast, even though we made about 9 episodes of our podcast, this is a teaser of our on-camera version. So
it's not really a teaser. It's really
it's a full episode. It's like an entire episode of us introducing this new format. We like to thank that guy who gave us that criticism, because I think we need more criticism in order. I think criticism is necessary for people to evolve and like improve.
Yeah, and I just want to say this on camera. I told you so. I told you so.
Have it on the record.
Have it on record.
Have it on the record that he told me so. No. I believe criticism is necessary to evolve the craft. Whether it's negative or bad, I think you can take away the negatives and spin it into a positive.
Oh, for sure.
So the worst thing you could do is not take criticism and actually find it offensive. Taking criticism is part of life. You have to take it in order to move on. You can't be too sensitive, because once you're sensitive, you fork over any like self-respect.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. So we're gonna end it here on a good note.
Yes, on a very good note. This was actually a lot of fun. I actually enjoyed this, and I'm going to look forward to messing around with this stuff in Premiere.
Yes.
So.
Yes. And this was the first episode of the Drunk Ramen Storytime Podcast on camera edition.
On camera!
We hope you enjoyed it. And with that being said, you guys have a good night, a good morning, and a good poopy. See you later.
What?
I said good poopy.